LovePod English.
Hello, and welcome to another useful, motivational episode from LovePod English with Rose. Vertical bar. This is where you learn English in a simple, easy way. Vertical bar. I'm really happy you're here today. Vertical bar. Thank you for listening, walking, working, relaxing at home, or taking a short break. I hope you enjoy this episode and learn something new. Vertical bar. Today's topic is very important. How to stop procrastinating. Vertical bar. Many people hear this word, but don't fully know what it means or why it matters. Vertical bar. Don't worry. Rose will make it clear. I'll explain everything, simply, speaking slowly and clearly so you can understand and repeat. Vertical bar. This isn't only about ideas. It's also practice for your English listening and speaking. Vertical bar. Now, why is this topic important? Vertical bar. Procrastination means delay, putting things off. It means we don't do something now. Vertical bar. We wait, waste time, or choose something else instead. Vertical bar. We all do this. Vertical bar. Maybe you plan to study but watch YouTube. Vertical bar. Maybe you want to clean your room but scroll your phone. Vertical bar. Maybe you want to exercise but say, I'll do it tomorrow. This is procrastination. Vertical bar. When we do it too much, life grows stressful. Vertical bar. We feel tired, worried, even guilty because tasks aren't finished on time. Vertical bar. Learning to stop procrastinating helps us become more focused, more organized, and more confident. If you're learning English and improving your life, this topic is perfect. Vertical bar. As you listen, notice the words and sentences I use. Vertical bar. Try to repeat them aloud. Vertical bar. If something isn't clear, pause, go back, and listen again. Practice makes progress. That's the great thing about podcasts you learn at your own speed. Vertical bar. In this episode, I'll explain what procrastination is, why we do it, and how to stop it. Vertical bar. I'll share simple, effective tips and a short story to make it clear. Vertical bar. My goal is useful learning and solid English practice. Are you ready to begin? Vertical bar. Let's take the first step to stop procrastinating and build a better, stronger you, one word, one sentence, one habit at a time. Vertical bar. Let's start. Vertical bar. What is procrastination? Vertical bar. It sounds long, but the meaning is simple. Waiting to do something important. You know you need to do it, yet you keep saying, I'll do it later. Vertical bar. Instead of starting now, you choose something easier or more fun. Vertical bar. In simple words, procrastination means delaying your work or avoiding a task you should do now. Vertical bar. It's more than laziness. Many think not starting means lazy, but that's not always true. Vertical bar. Many who procrastinate are smart, hardworking, and creative. Something inside the mind gets in the way. Vertical bar. It's not laziness, it's feeling stuck. Vertical bar. For example, you have homework, but you say, I'm tired. You say, I'll do it in 1 hour. Then an hour passes and you still don't start. You tell yourself, maybe tonight. But in the end, you never finish. That's procrastination. Or maybe you want to clean your room but pick up your phone to watch videos. One video turns into 5. Your room stays messy and you feel bad. That's also procrastination. Another example, you plan to exercise or go for a walk, but instead, you sit on the sofa and watch TV. You promise, I'll start tomorrow. Then tomorrow becomes the next day, then the next week. That's how procrastination looks in daily life. It's completely normal. Everyone procrastinates sometimes. Students, workers, even teachers and parents. It doesn't mean we're lazy or bad. We often delay tasks because they feel hard, boring, or uncomfortable. Sometimes we're afraid we won't do well, so we wait. Other times, we simply lack motivation. Our brain picks what feels easier, quick pleasure, like checking phones, watching videos, or chatting. These things feel good for a short time, but don't help us reach goals. Procrastination affects our daily life deeply. When we delay, stress grows later, deadlines come fast, and pressure builds. If you don't study early, you feel pressure before exams. If you delay your project, you rush at the end, and quality drops. That makes you tired and unhappy. When procrastination repeats, we lose confidence. We say, I can't finish anything, or I'm always late. That mindset hurts our progress. It can damage self-esteem and mental health. Over time, procrastination becomes a habit, and habits are tough to break. But here's the good news: you can change. You can stop procrastinating step by step. It's not difficult. You don't need perfection, only understanding of what procrastination is and why it happens. Once you know the reason, you can learn tools to fight it and build stronger habits. So now you know procrastination isn't just laziness. It's something many people struggle with, affecting time, goals, and confidence. But with small, consistent actions, you can stop it and feel better about yourself. Remember, procrastination doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're lazy. It means you're human. We all feel that way sometimes. But here's the best part: you can change. You can train your mind, build habits, and take control again. When you do, you'll feel proud and free. You'll see your goals getting closer. You'll finish your work, reach your dreams, and feel good again. That's the power of understanding procrastination deeply. In the next part, we'll discuss why we procrastinate, what happens in our minds when we delay, and why starting feels so hard. Let's continue this journey. Ready? Why do we procrastinate? Now that we know what it is, let's explore why we do it. Why do we wait to start important things? Why do we keep saying later, even when we shouldn't? These questions matter, and their answers will help us change. Understanding the reasons helps us take control. One common reason is fear of failure. Many people avoid starting because they fear doing poorly. For example, when writing an English essay, you might think, what if I make mistakes? What if my grammar is bad? What if my teacher dislikes it? These thoughts create fear. You are not lazy, you are afraid. You fear doing a bad job, so you do nothing. That's fear of failure, a main reason people procrastinate. Another cause is boredom. Sometimes a task just feels dull. It doesn't excite you. Maybe you need to read a long article or clean your room. It's not difficult, but it's not fun either. So your brain says, let's check the phone, or let's watch a video. It chooses pleasure now and ignores the work. This is called instant gratification, wanting to feel good immediately, not later. That's why boring tasks often stay undone. Another reason is lack of motivation. Motivation is the energy to act. Sometimes we know what to do, but don't feel like doing it. For example, you plan to run in the morning, but when the alarm rings, you feel tired. You say, I don't have energy today, and go back to sleep. This isn't laziness, it's low motivation. When motivation is low, procrastination grows. Another hidden reason is perfectionism. Perfectionism means wanting everything perfect, no mistakes, perfect results. It sounds good, but it causes problems. For example, you want to make an English video. You think, my pronunciation must be perfect. My grammar must be perfect. Because of that, you never start. You wait and plan, but never act. In the end, nothing gets done. Perfectionism stops progress. Another reason is poor time management, meaning not planning time well. You may have free time, but use it on unimportant things. You say, I still have time, again and again, until it's too late. Maybe you forget deadlines. Maybe you don't break big tasks into smaller ones. Without good planning, you feel lost and keep delaying, making procrastination easy. Sometimes we procrastinate because we're tired or overwhelmed. Maybe there's too much to do, and your mind feels full. You say, I don't know where to start, so you don't start at all. You feel heavy and confused. This happens to students, workers, even parents. To sum up, we procrastinate for many reasons: fear of failure, boredom, lack of motivation, perfectionism, poor time management, or exhaustion. These are normal human feelings. You are not alone. The good news is, when we see the problem clearly, we can start to fix it. In the next part, I'll show you how to stop procrastinating with simple daily tips. These ideas are easy and perfect for English learners like you. Take a deep breath. You're learning and growing. You're not alone on this journey. Let's move forward together. How does procrastination affect us? Let's talk about its real-life effects. At first, it may seem small. We think, I'll do it later, or I still have time. But over time, procrastination creates problems in school, work, and even our personal dreams. Let's see how this happens. First, procrastination makes school more stressful. Many students wait until the last minute to study or finish homework. They don't start early. They think, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes next week. Then the deadline comes close, and panic begins. They rush to finish everything, but the quality drops. There's no time to review or fix mistakes. This often leads to low grades and weak performance. When students procrastinate often, they don't learn deeply. They just complete tasks quickly instead of truly understanding. That makes remembering harder and weakens long-term learning. At work, procrastination can be just as damaging. When we delay important tasks, work piles up. We miss deadlines or rush through jobs. This frustrates bosses or teammates and makes them think we're not responsible. We might miss chances for promotion, better pay, or career growth. Poor time management increases pressure. We stay late, take work home, and feel tired. That's unhealthy. Procrastination also hurts personal dreams like starting a business, writing, learning a language, or getting fit. But we keep saying, I'll start next month, or when I have time. Time passes and nothing begins. The dream remains a dream. Later, people regret it and say, I wish I'd started earlier. Procrastination stops progress, blocks growth, and keeps us from living the life we want. There's also an emotional cost. When we delay tasks, we feel guilt and stress. We know what to do, but avoid it. It feels like carrying a heavy bag of unfinished work. The longer we wait, the heavier it feels. Over time, it lowers confidence. We begin to think we're lazy or not enough. We tell ourselves, I can't finish anything, or I always fail. Those thoughts aren't true, but procrastination makes them seem real. Over time, it harms both mind and body. Too much stress and anxiety from unfinished work cause poor sleep, low energy, and sadness. We feel tired not from work, but from waiting and worrying. So, procrastination isn't a small issue. It quietly affects learning, work, growth, and emotions. But don't worry, you're not stuck. Change is possible. In the next part, I'll share simple tips to stop procrastinating and take control again. Are you ready to start? Let's move forward together. How to stop procrastinating. Now we reach the most important part, how to stop it. We know what it is and how it affects us, but now we need real, easy solutions, practical steps we can do every day to change habits. In this part, I'll share 5 helpful tips. They're simple but powerful small steps that make a big difference. We'll go through them naturally, like a talk. The first tip, make a small plan. When we face a big task, it feels scary or tiring. For example, if someone says, "Learn English," it feels huge. Where to start? What to study? How long? It's too much. So your brain says, later. But a small plan makes it easier to break big goals into tiny parts. Instead of, "I'll study English today," say, "I'll learn 5 new words in 10 minutes." That's a small goal, clear and simple. Your brain says, "Yes, I can do that." When you finish one small step, you feel happy and move to the next. This builds momentum and keeps you going. The second tip, start with just 5 minutes. Yes, only 5. We often wait to feel ready, but the truth is, action creates motivation. Once you start, even for 5 minutes, your brain joins in. You stop thinking and begin doing. Say you need to write an email or clean your desk, tell yourself, just 5 minutes. Often, you'll want to continue once you've started. Even if you stop after 5 minutes, you've still done something better than nothing. This simple trick helps you beat procrastination. The third tip, remove distractions. Distractions are small things that steal attention, like phones, social media, noise, or people talking nearby. Imagine studying English while your phone keeps buzzing hard to focus, right? So, prepare your space. Turn off notifications. Put your phone away. Close apps you don't need. Find a quiet place to study or work. Removing distractions keeps your brain focused and your progress steady. The fourth tip, use rewards. Rewards give your brain something to look forward to. When you finish a hard task and get a reward, your brain learns to like it. After 20 minutes of English practice, treat yourself a snack, a break, or a fun video. Rewards make learning enjoyable. Over time, your brain connects work with positive feelings. You can even build a reward system for every 3 small tasks. Give yourself something bigger. It's simple, but it works. The fifth and final tip, stay consistent. Procrastination is a habit, and habits need replacing. That means doing small tasks daily, not once a week. It doesn't have to be perfect. What matters is progress. Practicing English for 10 minutes a day beats cramming 2 hours once a week. Keep going. Consistency rewires your brain to work better over time. Small, steady actions are powerful. You don't need speed, just persistence. Here's how these tips work together. Imagine you want to improve English speaking. You make a small plan, practice 5 new words, and use them in 3 sentences. Then you begin 5 minutes only. You remove distractions, find a quiet space, and after finishing, Reward yourself with tea or a short video. Then you repeat it the next day and the next. You don't wait to be perfect. Staying consistent helps you beat procrastination and achieve more with less pressure. Here's the key idea. Don't wait for motivation or perfect timing. Just start small, and now, the more you act, the easier it gets. Procrastination feels strong, but your actions are stronger. You are in control. Even one small step each day takes you far. Now that you have these 5 tips, choose one and try it today. Don't wait until tomorrow. Begin now. Say, I can do this. I'll do it today. That's your first step toward change. Let me share a short story about a young man named David. David is 23, a university student, smart and kind, but he has one big problem. He always procrastinates. He has big dreams to get good grades, speak English fluently, and find a great job after graduation. Yet every time something important comes up, he keeps putting it off. For example, David had a big paper due for English class. The teacher gave the topic 2 weeks early. David thought, I have time, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow came, and he didn't start. Then he said, next week maybe. He watched videos, played games, and scrolled his phone daily with guilt. He knew he should start, but didn't. The paper haunted his thoughts, yet he kept avoiding it. The final night arrived. The paper was due the next morning. David stayed up all night writing. He felt drained and anxious. The next day, he submitted it, but it wasn't his best work. He got a low grade and felt deeply disappointed. He knew he could have done better if he had started sooner. That day, he decided to change. He asked himself, why do I always wait? Why do I feel scared to begin? He watched videos, read articles, and learned simple techniques to stop delaying. He discovered the power of small plans. So next time, he broke his assignment into tiny steps. For his next English essay, he didn't aim for the whole paper, just the title and first paragraph on day 1. He used the 5-minute rule. I'll work for 5 minutes. Often, those 5 minutes turned into more. He turned off his phone while studying and rewarded himself after finishing each task. Slowly, things changed. He felt in control and proud. His grades improved. And because he finished earlier, he had more free time and less stress. David still procrastinates. Sometimes he's human, but now he manages it well. He understands his thoughts better and knows that even small steps have power. He tells his friends, don't wait to feel ready, just start small. Maybe you see yourself in David's story too. But remember, change is always possible. Like David, you can take small daily steps to reclaim your time, goals, and energy. You don't need to be perfect, just begin. Daily practice for change. Now that we've explored procrastination, let's focus on daily action. Real change takes time, one day at a time. You don't need big moves, just small, steady ones each day. A few daily actions make you stronger, sharper, and more confident. So here are 3 easy steps to try every day. They're simple but effective, and if you say them in English, you'll grow even faster. Step 1. Write down one important thing to do today. Not 5, not a long list, just one task. For example, today I'll study English for 15 minutes, or I'll finish my homework. Keep it short and clear. Then, say it out loud. It trains your focus and commitment. Say, today my goal is to study English for 15 minutes. Speaking, it helps your brain see the goal as real, a promise to yourself. Say it slowly and clearly to practice English too. This daily habit sharpens your mind, makes it organized, and builds discipline day by day. The second daily step is this. Start your task for just 5 minutes. That's all, only 5. If you want to write, open your notebook and jot a few words. If you plan to clean, start with one small spot. If you study English, listen to a short podcast or repeat a few sentences aloud. Often, the hardest part is starting. But once you begin, your mind wakes up and wants to keep going. You can say, "I'm starting now. I'll do this for 5 minutes." Say it out loud. Speaking helps you act and gives daily English practice. Even if you stop after 5 minutes, you've already won. You moved forward, and that's success. The third daily step. Give yourself a small reward. Yes, rewards matter. They tell your brain you've succeeded. After finishing your task, treat yourself, watch a short video, take a walk, or simply say, "Good job." It builds motivation and happiness. Say aloud, "I did it. I'm proud of myself." It may sound simple, but it forms strong habits. Rewarding yourself feels good and teaches your brain to love completing tasks. That feeling inspires you to do more tomorrow. These 3 small steps create big change over time. Write one task. Start for 5 minutes. Reward yourself. No need to be perfect, just try every day. Use English as you go. Speak your goal. Say, "I'm starting now." Say, "I finished it." This helps you grow 2 ways. You beat procrastination and strengthen your English skills. So, tomorrow morning, try this. Say, "Today I'll do one thing. I'll start small. I'll speak English and smile." You're not just learning English, you're learning to take control of your time and life. And that's something wonderful. Before we end, I want to remind you of something important. You have the power to change. Truly. Even if you've procrastinated for years, it doesn't mean you're lazy or weak. It means you need a better method. And now you have it. You know what procrastination is, why it happens, and how to handle it daily with simple, clear steps. Change doesn't happen overnight, but it begins the moment you decide to start, and that moment might be today. I know it feels tough. It's easy to say, "I'll start tomorrow." But you're listening right now, that means you've already begun. You want to grow, improve, and feel better. Remember, small progress is still progress. 1 minute of effort beats 0. One tiny step today is worth more than a perfect plan tomorrow. You don't need perfection, just persistence. Every day is a new chance to start fresh, stay kind to yourself, and keep moving forward. You can learn, act, and grow stronger. Procrastination may try to hold you back, but you can choose to move on. Even slow steps matter. You're building new habits, shaping a better you, and that takes courage. By listening and practicing today, you're already making real progress. And as you continue, don't forget to speak. Practice English every day. Repeat what you hear in this podcast. Tell yourself, "I can do it. I'm improving. I'm learning each day." These words aren't just for your ears. They reach your heart, giving you confidence and energy to keep going. You're also improving your English skills, something to be proud of. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope this episode truly helped you. You're not alone, many people face this too, and many are working to change. You are strong and capable. Remember that. I have a small request. If you enjoyed this podcast and found it helpful, please take a moment to support LovePod English. Your support means a lot and helps us create more simple, practical English content for you. First, don't forget to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. We discuss useful life topics in clear, simple English to help you grow your listening, speaking, and confidence skills. Second, please share this podcast with friends, classmates, or anyone learning English. They may also face procrastination or want fun, real English practice. Third, if you're listening on YouTube or a podcast app, leave a comment or review. Tell us what you enjoyed or which topic you'd like next. Your feedback helps us improve and inspires new ideas. You can also replay this episode and repeat the sentences aloud to boost your speaking and listening. You can pause, repeat, and practice until you feel more confident. Thank you again for listening. We're here to help you grow step by step in English and in life. Keep learning, keep smiling. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep trying, and keep speaking. You've got this. Thank you, and take care.